Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm live, and I gotta get this on the holder without pushing any buttons accidentally. We'll see. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, almost. Sorry. Oh wait, swipe to, okay. So now I can see your comments. And there we go. So, how you doing? Did you have a good Christmas, New Year's, all that? Oh wait, today's New Year's, so are you having a good today? Hopefully you are. Oh wow, I am super zoomed in. That's okay. We're going to make this beautiful card today using a new free stamp set from Sale-A-Bration. And look, it glitters, it shimmers. Don't be scared by the glitter. You don't have to do that part if you don't want to. Okay, but I have a bunch of show and tell first. I'll show you some stuff I made. I made this one for a blog hop. I think it was the Ink and Inspiration blog hop. No, yeah, Ink and Inspiration. Did that one. This is a fun fold. That was our whole blog hop, was fun folds. Woo. And it kind of like closes itself. Wow, I'm super zoomed in. That's okay. And so there it closes. And I'll show you. So you stamp the inside so that that shows through on the front when you close it. So it's kind of cool. I can't remember who I got that from. Patsy Wagner, I think, is where I found the video that I used. So, oh, hi Mary, nice to see you here. I'm actually going to be showing your Christmas card in a minute. I made this one. This was on the blog yesterday. This uses the new Party Hat Birthday, and it's I embossed it in gold, copper, and silver. I think next time I do it, instead of doing the copper, I'll try it with black, because the embossing on these tiny little bits of confetti, the embossing is kind of, it doesn't really show the fine detail. So I'll probably go with a different, with the black instead. Probably the archival back. I don't know, maybe the memento, whatever. I use the memento here. This stamp's actually from Mary Cafe, which I believe is continuing after the holiday catalog ends. And while we're on the subject, the holiday catalog ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow's the 2nd? Yes, tomorrow's the last day for the holiday catalog. So if there's stuff that you want, if you go to my store, which I'll link, if you go to my store and click through and look at the, there'll be a link on the side that says something like retiring favorites or something. So go check that out. Make sure there's not something going away that you can't live without. And let's see, I made this, but this one hasn't gone up on the blog yet because I took photos, but my sequin trim was all sad because I didn't glue dot it in the back, so it didn't look good. So now I have to re-photograph. So anyway, I made this one. This one's got the new Painted with Love paper that'll be in the new catalog, and the gold sequin trim. This is from Patty Bennett's stamp set that she designed. It's Ribbon of Courage. It's the one with the support ribbons. And this is the polka dot something. I don't know what this one's called. It's an embossing folder, and it's called something like, I don't know. It's polka dotty. It's in the annual catalog, but I recently got it. Last video I did, I used the brush show to make some fun backgrounds. Well, this was one that I made during the video because we didn't wait for it to dry. And so then I embossed a couple of stamps from the Crafting Forever stamp set on there, and then just stuck it on a Tangerine Tango card base. So that's that. These are the cards going out with the catalogs. And so if you have bought anything from me in the last 6 months, you're getting one of these when your catalog arrives. I have a bunch of Random Act of Kindness group cards to show you. This one, I may have already shown you this one. This one's from Nikki Morgan. I got 2 of them in different colors, and I can't remember which one I got first. I think I got this one first, so I may have already shown you this one. So that uses the quilted Christmas and the quilt builder framelits, or maybe just the quilt builder framelits. Those are retiring. That makes me very sad. And this is from, oh, Bonnie Sanche. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce her last name. She is in Canada, and this uses the Hearts Come Home bundle from the holiday catalog. I actually don't have this bundle, but the more I see of it, I think I'm going to end up getting it. That one is continuing. That one's carrying forward at least through the end of May. This is, oh, I got this one from Jenna Argo. We have the same birthday. And that uses the Be Merry paper from the annual catalog. And I think this is the stamp set in the annual catalog, and this might be from that Year of Cheer, or Cheers to the Years something. Stamp set. Lovely card. Now, we had a retired products free-for-all in December in the Random Act of Kindness group. I got this one from Ginger Bronk. This is a retired stamp set, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway because look how beautiful. Love that. That's one of my all-time favorite stamp sets. I still have it because I couldn't get rid of it. And I got this one from Jess Brown in the UK. This is gorgeous. This uses one of my very favorite of all time stamp sets. This is the Oh Something medallions. But we don't have these anymore. And I'm not sure what the bird is from. But these are some framelits that we used to have. They had Merry, Thankful, and Love, and I loved these. So that was also from our retired event. This is also from Ginger Brunk. This was not retired. This is the Eastern Beauty stuff. The Eastern, what's it called? Yeah, Eastern Beauty stamp set. And then the Eastern medallions that you bundle with it. And then this is from Colorful Seasons. These lovely snowflakes. So beautiful. And this is a paper pumpkin stamp. I love the paper pumpkin stamps. They have really cute stamps in the paper pumpkin. Okay, so one of my customers, Mary Ruth, sent me this beautiful card for Christmas, and I spilled water on it. She did not send it to me. I had it out and was looking at it, and I hadn't taped it up on my wall yet. I'm sorry, Mary. But it's been taped up on my wall until just now. So anyway, I spilled water on it and smeared it. But it came in perfect condition. And so what are you going to do? And this was from Susan. Oh, I don't have the envelope. It says Susan. I can't remember. Oh, which Susan? I want to say, no. I didn't bring the envelope up for it. Okay, so this is from Susan in the Random Act of Kindness group. I have to find that envelope because, man, I can't remember who it was. Webster? No, I don't know. Okay, anyway, this uses the Colorful Seasons. And, oh, and again, this is what we're going to be making in a few minutes, this beautiful sparkly card. This is from Carla Rapalje. I need to ask her how to pronounce this. In North Carolina. This was from our retired products event, and this is a retired stamp set. I think she said from, from 2002. So this is an old stamp set. It's really pretty. And beautiful card. And, oh yeah, this is the other card I got from Nikki Morgan. So that uses the same products, but this one's in red. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. This one was from the November Random Act of Kindness. This is from, Terry Hamilton. I'm trying to be good and not accidentally show everyone's addresses on here this time. So this is from Terry Hamilton in the Random Act of Kindness group. That's so pretty. That Colorful Seasons, I think this is going to be around for years because it's so beautiful. And it's so, really, it's got stuff for every season. Oh, and this is, Norma Kennett. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's in Australia. Look at this stunner with the Quilt Builder framelits. And this is the Seasonal Bells stamp set. I love this stamp set. I have this. And then the quilt. She did like this quilted background with all the quilted Christmas paper. And then she drew in little stitches. I just love that. I think that's so creative. This was a retired snowflake that we used to have. I still have a few of those because I love them. It's really hard to use the retired stuff when you love it so much. But I'm trying to go through and use all my retired stuff. Okay, this was from Liz Jones in Australia. This is beautiful. I haven't even posted all of these in the Random Act of Kindness group yet. So yes, this is beautiful. This is just the Flurry of Wishes stamp set. And our gold glimmer paper, which is so pretty. So there's that. Man, I am so close today. I don't know why I had it set up so close. So that's beautiful. Okay, and I think that's all of my cards. And I didn't show anyone's address this time. I had to go back and like take down a video and put up an edited version because I messed that up. Okay, so now we can get to the Peacock card. We're starting with an Island Indigo card base. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that with the bone folder. Boy, we had a big discussion about the bone folder in our demonstrator group. Because it's made out of bone. And I guess people didn't know that. So, but it works better than the plastic ones. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the peacock. This is one of our new Sale-A-Bration stamp sets, and I'm starting with a longer piece of paper just to make sure I kind of get it where I want it. I'm going to actually put my foam mat under my grid paper. Stick that under there. And, okay, so this is a Sale-A-Bration stamp set called Beautiful Peacock. So you can't buy this one. You'll only be able to get it for free with a $50 order. And it's probably my favorite stamp set. I know the pandas are everyone's favorite, but I think this one's my favorite. It's so pretty. So we're going to stamp the peacock in Island Indigo. Kind of near the top. And make sure you stamp on foam because it is photopolymer and they just stamp a lot better on a foam mat. If you don't have the Stampin' mat, you could use like some fun foam or something. Okay, so there's our Island Indigo, and you can see how much deeper this color is than on here. That's because we're going to cover this in like a matte finish almost. Matte with glitter, so not really matte, but it gives it a matte finish. So we're going to do that. And let's see. Need the back of the peacock. I'm going to do the big showy part in Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, so I'm going to line him up. I'm standing right, like my head is right above it. Okay, so there you line up his beak goes in one of those little holes. And I think I got it. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so you just, line it up. Okay, so there's that. And then we have these gorgeous flourishes, and I'm doing, oh, actually, I'm not doing them all in Lemon Lime Twist. Well, I'll go ahead and do the ones that I'm doing in Lemon Lime Twist. I love these leafy and flowery flourishes. They're pretty. Okay, so let's see, this one I did up here like this. I just kind of started his tail. Oh, I'm off the thing. Ah, look what I did. We'll see if I can get it on without having to restart this card. Ah, the beauty of photopolymer. Okay. Where did that, oh, the other one. Here. Oh wait, I have another one of these. I have this one comes down just kind of from this side over here. What happened was my foam mat ends here and I stamped like halfway off it. Okay, and I just smudged Island Indigo ink. That's okay, I'll stamp a flower over it or something. Okay, there's that, and then I have a couple of these long ones. Do this here. I just love these flourishes coming off of the peacock. I don't know, I think it's gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, look what I did. All right, well, I might not be able to fix that, but for purposes of our demonstration, it'll be fine. And now I need the Island Indigo because I'm going to stamp the big one. Okay, since Lemon Lime Twist is much lighter than Island Indigo, I'm just going to stamp this off and I'm not going to clean. If you were starting with a darker color and then moving to a lighter color, you definitely clean your stamp. But stamp it off really well, and then you don't have to clean it between a light color then going to a dark color. Okay, I'm going to wipe this off because I can see we're going to have this same issue again. Okay. All right. Where are we doing? Okay, so about here. That's nice. And then again here. Okay, so we have our beautiful flowery peacock with a giant line. That's okay. All right, what else? Okay, now we need to stamp some little flowers on our peacock's tail. And I'm using one of the tiny flowers from the stamp set. There are 5 tiny flowers. So I kept looking for peacock feet because this peacock doesn't have any feet. And I just noticed that when I was prepping for my video. I was like, where are his feet? But I guess they don't have to have them. It's artistic. Let me just stamp in some little flowers. One more over here. Okay. And I'm going to stamp one right where I put that little halo so that it doesn't look like a halo. Ah. Okay. And now this is super saturated and we're going to tone it down a little bit. This is the new Shimmery White embossing paste from the new Occasions catalog that starts on Wednesday. And I'm going to get out my little silicone craft sheet for doing this. And then I have one of the palette knives. This stuff is, no, it's the silver that's super runny. The silver is super runny, but I really like it because it's got some really neat uses that you can have with runny embossing paste. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I tried this out just to see what would happen. And it does smear your ink a little bit, but I think that just kind of adds to the atmosphere of this kind of weird matte toned down peacock. And you can hear all that. Sounds like sand. That's all the glitter. There's a lot of glitter in this. So that we have 2 new embossing pastes coming in the Occasions catalog. The Shimmery White and the silver. Okay, so I want to make sure this is thin enough that you can see the peacock, but thick enough that it makes a difference. Okay. And I'm going to wipe off the stuff that got kind of dyed by the ink. And see, that's the next thing I'm thinking of doing, because you can add some re-inker to this stuff and get shimmery any color embossing paste is what I'm thinking. So make sure you store your embossing paste in the little Ziploc that it comes in, because that'll keep it wet longer. I mean, it's inside the jar, but go ahead and just also add it to the, or keep it in the bag. Okay, I'm going to clean this off, because if you wait too long, then you have to scrub it. I don't like to scrub anything. Okay, some of this is hot glue. Okay, so done with that. And that. And moving on. Okay, so we've got our little peacock. How pretty. Look at that. Look at that glitter. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Now we're going to tear it up. Well, let's let it dry for a second and we'll do our stamping. We've got the Beautiful Friend stamp from the Peacock set. I love the sentiments. There's Beautiful Friend, and then there's Today is All About You. And I'm actually, for the inside sentiment, I'm going to use a different sentiment. I'm going to use a different stamp set. Okay, so I've got Beautiful Friend, and I'm going to punch it out. Oh, I didn't get out my punch. I'm going to punch it out with the 1-inch circle punch. And, okay, and then I've got my thread and my ribbon. We'll go ahead and cut our little piece of ribbon and just I was messing with this ribbon yesterday to try to pull it apart and see what it does. And I frayed the end, but I couldn't get it to come apart. It was very tightly woven. So let me know if you're able to get it apart to have it do stuff, because I could not. Okay, so we've got those bits. Okay, and I went ahead and did the big shotting ahead of time, but I'll show you what I did, because I want to show you this die set. It's really cool. It's pretty expensive, but it's worth it. This is the sweet cake framelits, and you can get them in a bundle with the cake soiree. I'll show you. You get them in a bundle with cake soiree. The bundle, I think, is $61. So it's a pricey bundle. It's one of our most pricey bundles, but it's also got the most stuff in it. So, but I want to show you these framelits because I want to show you something Stampin' Up's doing now that I think is really cool. So these two dies are the exact same die, and they cut out one of the stamps in the cake soiree. And these two are also the same, and these two are also the same. So, and these two also. Okay, so you've got two sets. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of these things that come in pairs. And so that's so when you're doing multiple stamping, you don't have to run it through the Big Shot like 100 times. You can run it through 50 times instead. So I love that they've done that. And then I want to show you this die. This die cuts out, well, 3 of these leafy things, and then these stems, which I haven't used the stems yet. But, so I have these 9 cutouts here that we're going to use on the card, and I only had to Big Shot twice, or 3 times. I ran it through twice with Lemon Lime Twist and then once with Whisper White. And I got 9 cuts out of it. So I really love this because you can just cut out a bunch of different things at the same time. Oh, and then look at this tag. That is one of the most beautiful tags. I'm using it next week in a card that I'm posting for a block hop with Kylie Bertucci. Okay, so where are we? Okay, cut those things out. And now we're ready. Okay, so I'm going to tear up this peacock. Well, not the peacock, but I'm going to tear up the paper. And when you're tearing, just make sure you put either, if you're trying to tear a straight line, use like a bone folder or something. But just put your finger like right where you want your tear to be, and that's where your tear will be. Because if you don't put your finger there, there's kind of no telling where your tear ends up. Oh, and see, I ended up cutting off that line, or tearing off that line, so that's perfect. So we're just, and it's okay if some of this goes off the side, because it doesn't have to be perfectly framed. I don't know why I decided to tear it. I think I wanted to put stuff behind the peacock, and I wanted it, I don't know, I kind of wanted it uneven. And see, now I got a totally different frame than the one on the original card, which is cool. Okay, handmade cards, they always come out different. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble. Oh wait, before we do that, let me stamp our sentiment for the inside. I've got Whisper White here, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to see if I can stamp it straight. I mounted it so that I should be able to stamp it straight. Usually I can't stamp straight without a positioner. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of my positioner anymore because we have the Stamparatus coming out. But my Stamparatus won't be here until end of February. Okay. Think I'm good. We'll see how it goes. Woohoo! Okay, that's straight enough. Okay, so that stamp is from a stamp set that's coming in the Occasions catalog. It's really pretty. It's called Friendship's Sweetest Thoughts. And it's got this little flower card and the little birdies, a little branch for the birds. And then, but the sentiments are really sweet too. Friendship's Sweetest Thoughts, Blossom in the Heart, Thinking of You, Beauty Blooms Where You Are. So I used Beauty Blooms Where You Are because this is a blooming peacock. So I thought that was nice and appropriate for the inside of this card. And I just wet my card base. Oh, no, it's not worked, so I'll leave it. I stuck it right next to my wet baby wipe. Nope, it's worked. Okay. Yeah. That's why, well, it's not the only reason why, but whenever I cut my cards, whenever I cut my card bases, you know, you get a piece of the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I learned this from Valerie Moody in the UK. Score first, and then cut, and then you've already got 2 scored card bases, and it saves you a trip through the Stampin' Trimmer. So, alright, glue. Boy, it is cold here. It is in the 20s today. It might be up to 30 now. I think our 30 is supposed to be something like 32. I'm loving it. You know why? Because I don't sweat in the winter. And I don't get hot in the winter. I don't like being hot. And my favorite part, kills all the bugs. Texas is very buggy. And so these hard freezes we're getting are going to be killing the baby bugs. Sorry, baby bugs. But yeah, killing the little bug nests and all the bugs with them. So this makes me very happy because I wanted to plant a garden again this year, and it's just so, like 2 years ago we did a garden and we got squash bugs on our tomato plants and all of our plants. And they were so creepy that I basically just said you can have them and stopped going out to the... Okay, I'm going to glue these on. I basically just kind of stopped going out to the garden because the squash bugs creeped me out so badly. Because they're harmless to humans, but those suckers are so scary looking. And so every time I would go to prune my tomatoes or get tomatoes off, I'd have to like hit the plant first and run away and then wait for them to leave and then come back. And that was a little much for me. So I did not enjoy that. So I'm really excited that we're getting some hard freezes this year. Takes me back to Idaho. I had a friend yesterday who didn't know that I'm from Texas. And at church, she asked me, does this remind you of home? It's like, it does. I mean, it was colder there. But I'm like, but do you know I'm from here? She did not know I'm from here. I'm not from Austin, but I'm from Fort Worth. So, but that surprised her. All right, I'm just gluing down the ends so that these kind of stick out. And then, let's see. But yeah, it's so cold. Oh, we had this howling window. We thought it was the back door because we have a screen on the back door and it won't close all the way. And there's a dog door on it. So I thought the wind was howling through that screen. But then I walked over to the window and opened the window to see if I could at least see something pretty from our obnoxious neighbors who set off fireworks from like 9 p.m. till 1 a.m. on basically every holiday they do this. And I was like, well, if I have to listen to this, and if my dog has to get neurotic over it, and if my kids have to keep coming out of the room saying they think they hear bad guys shooting, I at least better get to see something pretty. So anyway, I opened my window, and when I opened the window, or I opened the blinds, I felt all this cold air coming in off the window, and I was like, wow, that's very cold. And so I checked, and the window was not closed all the way. And so I unlocked it, closed it, relocked it, and then, I mean, it was closed and locked, but it wasn't just flush, I guess. So when I did it, all that howling stopped. And we've been listening to the howling for weeks, so I'm wondering how long our window's been kind of open and how much that's cost us in electricity. So hopefully that'll, you know, take our electric bills down. But man, that window, it feels like there's air rushing in at that window, and we can't find it, so who knows. Okay, so there's our, let's see, did we cover? I don't know. I don't like this kind of hangy off piece. So I don't like this peninsula that's out here. So I'm gonna tear that off. Yeah, that's nice. I like that better. Okay, so this goes up on dimensionals. And it's me, so lots of dimensionals. I keep having to remember that I'm so zoomed in that I have to keep recentering what I'm working on so you can actually see it. I got a Fitbit for Christmas. I have yet to make it to my 10,000 steps a day goal because it was Christmas and I was lazy. Well, I can't say that. I wasn't lazy. I just was not up all the time. I got close a couple of days. Okay, so this goes on first. I'm just going to put this down with a little bit of tear and tape. Okay. All right. Just stick that right there to the thing. And then we put some silver thread behind our sentiment. Oh wait, I did that wrong. Okay, when it's a bigger sentiment, I use 3 fingers, but when it's small, I use 2. Just wrap it around my fingers a number of times. Cut that off and then stick it, and then just kind of go like that. And then I stick it behind there and fiddle with it until I like how it looks. And then stick a dimensional on to hold it in place. And then I usually get some kind of thing that I have to snip off. That's nice. Okay. Okay. I'm going to double stack these dimensionals because that's going to hang off. And then I'm going to stick another dimensional on right here. So that it comes above the card, but wow, that backing went flying. Okay. So we want the 1 dimensional there and 2 down here. Nice. Okay, rhinestones. One last thing. Oh, these are, it's hanging off of the thread thing. Let me put my glue lid back on. All right, and then here's, oops. And then stick. I like to stick rhinestones in these little flower centers. I think I'll go over here with this one. Oh, I forgot something on the inside of the card. Okay, now I'll press them down since I like how they look. And there's our card front. And then on the inside of the card, I forgot to stamp. And since I have a dark card base, I can get away with this. I forgot to stamp the inside. So I just stamped this flourish coming out of the corner. You can get away with it on a dark card base and you don't even have to go all the way to the edge. But usually you want to do this before you glue it down so you don't stamp your card base. And then I just stamped some of these little dots in here just for fun. And then more of the blue Island Indigo flowers. I love this color combination, the Island Indigo with the lemon lime twist. Stick one right here, one right there. And then we're done. So there we go. Thanks for joining me today, and thanks for sticking with me, Mary. I think you watched all the way through, so thank you for that. And I will be back next Monday. I can actually even tell you what I'm going to be doing next Monday. Nope, that's different. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing because I might have to change what my schedule says. Okay, but anyway, I have a huge lineup of stuff that I'm blogging all month long, so make sure you keep checking in on the blog. I'll put up links. I'll put up links to the Random Act of Kindness card group. I already have a supply list ready to go for this Peacock card, and Sale-A-Bration starts on Wednesday. So get your last minute holiday catalog things if there's something you need, and otherwise, we'll see you for Sale-A-Bration, and I'll be back all month long. Bye. Thanks for joining.